So this is the workbench for right now. Here is the electrolysis tank, if you can call it that. So this is what's happened after just that head. This was perfectly clean water last night. Got just a regular old battery charger, and so you run your red, your positive, into your sacrificial steel, which mine are right here. Okay, and all of this weird looking stuff here, I don't know why it took that pattern, except for maybe that's faintly the outline of the head. It collected all the rust onto these sheets off of the head and broke stuff loose. And you connect the negative to your part, and then you put some of this in. They say it's like a tablespoon per gallon of water. I didn't measure, I just kind of dumped it in there and it worked fine. It's a 1965 Chevy 283 down there, ready to be put back together one day.
Hello.
No, don't move the camera. Just like, am I good? Am I not? Like,
You're good, yeah. Okay. Now for you to locate a grabbing hold on the head. Well, all that weird concrete bad gas stuff's gone.
Is the camera seeing it already?
Yeah.
Grab that board. First step will be to remove the grounding wire from where it was in the tank.
You really weave that in and out.
Have good contact. Wow, it just lifted so much of that grease off of there. Watch it, I'm gonna be pulling that through. Let's see, move.
Move it out of the way.
Alright, so I'm gonna go grab the other head.
Oh, as a reference.
To show roughly how disastrous it was.
That's what I meant. That isn't exactly the correct word.
Alright, so
I'll make sure that your
I got the whole board in frame. I should be.
Okay.
Anything I work on, as long as I don't move the board. So, good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so these two heads were basically identical when I got them. They both come off of 350s. Don't know how old they are. I've not looked at the casting numbers. I'll read them off to you if somebody wants to go look them up. 1-8-6-8-6-6-8 maybe. A lot of eights. So again, this is what it looked like when it got here. And this is after about 8 hours in the electrolysis tank. So you can see it cleaned. I'm going to grab some paper towels and a brush. Maybe.
The paper towels are over here.
Okay.
They're also a little trashed after they accidentally got hit with a hose. But
Yeah.
they'll work.
That's not diesel. My brushes are diesel parts.
Yeah. By the way, you did quite the job scrubbing down that oil pan.
Yeah.
That thing looks
That
nice
one might actually
now.
get electrolysis done.
Just to see what you can do with another step.
Yep. All right, so I'm going to keep flipping this over, and then we'll get this old ugly one out of the way here. So the mating surface for the deck, like this is after electrolysis. I've not brushed this. I've not touched this at all. This is what it was when it went in. You can see the valves look like they got some kind of concrete buildup on them. I don't know that it's concrete, but I don't know that it's not. Rust. These did get to sit in the dirt for a little while, but we're going to see if we can recover them. So this one you can still see some of the stuff, but I think that's going to pick out easy after this electrolysis. So we'll flip this around. Maybe I will leave this in frame just as a reference in the video. All right.
That one surface didn't get that great of a job done.
So I think the first thing I'm going to do, I wish I had my diesel tank over here. I'd take this thing and scrub it down with diesel, but my hands are filthy already, so it's okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull all the valves out. And it's really, after that I'll take and brush it down. I'll get it rinsed off, and then we'll come back and we'll look at everything after it's had a liquid bath and some light brush work. I'm not going to do a whole lot to it, at least not yet. This is more a learning experience. All right, so I got this from Harbor Freight. I don't know, probably 11 bucks. It's a universal overhead valve spring compression tool. It's got these two little legs that need to hook into the spring, and I'll show you when I pull one off. What I've learned with this tool specifically, and it may just be the grind on this, is sometimes you can't get one of these legs to actually go all the way in, and so you have to actually put it on, tighten it, put a little bit of tension, so you'll tighten it down, you'll put some tension on it, and then that'll let the arms go all the way into a spring, and then you can let the tension off again, and then you'll have a good firm grip on your spring. You do want to make sure you've got a good grip on it, because if not, you've got a lot of pressure that's going to come loose. So I'm going to try to make sure as this thing goes down that it centers up. It's not. There we go. Now, main thing I'm trying to avoid, and you probably won't be able to see it on this camera, are in these valves, you can see, if you see these, where these splits are, these are two little retainers that grab onto the top of the valve stem, and they make it stay inside. They're called keepers, and they go in the retainer, I should say. I think we're going to get lucky, and this one may actually come out. Go ahead and lift this up onto a chunk of wood here, mostly so I can just get up under it and feel on the... Oh no, it's not going to come out. Oh, praise the Lord, it is going to come out. All right, so I'm going to use my little magnet on a stick here to do nothing, because these have been in here chilling for a while. No, stay up there, valve. So I'm just trying to get the keepers off, and I'll hold those up to the camera. There we go. One. Let me pull both of them if I can. Oh, you ain't come off here. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, went down in the, would have been the oil drain. All right, so these are the keepers. These sit on the end of the valve, which I'll pull up here in just a second. And there's two of them. And so they go together. Let me put it together here like this, and my handy dandy magnet stick is going to hold it for us. Hold on just a second, I'll pull the valve out. You'll be able to see it. Maybe. Gotta get it past the seals. And this is not really the tool for it. You know what? I'm going to take this off of here since it's not the tool. We'll see if just relieving some spring pressure and letting the spring pull itself apart is the answer. How much time up on the top? It's got two times, the recording time and the time left. What's the time left?
Can't see your time left, but I can see that you got 10 minutes and 16 seconds.
Okay. Well, now I've got this under, I've got spring tension on this, and it's not coming apart, so I'm going to put this back on so that at least I got something. Now, I've not done anything else to this. I've not sprayed it with brake clean. I've made no attempt to get anything out of here. I'm just going to pull this spring just a little here. Now what I may do, because of the way these are acting, is employ some brake clean maybe. But I am going to just work it around just a little, see if there's not just like some grime or something. And my thing is slipping off. It's getting crooked on me. Spring compressor. Thing has a name. Alright, let's try it again. Put a little down compression on the, ooh, slip. I need a better spring compressor. I gotta get it to come up over the seal. I'm gonna try to just pry it on. Now I'm prying up on my, against the casting and against the arm of my tool rather than the spring, and hopefully I don't, that one looks like it could come out of there actually. I'll pry against this one. What is, there's something out around. There's something not wanting to let this spring and retainer assembly come up off the valve. Now, let me, here's a little PV. Might not be bad to have. I'm just collecting more tools. And a couple more magnet trays actually. Okay.
Oh.
That's carb cleaner. It's kind of like brake cleaner.
I think the big bottle might be car or choke or whatever. Brakes.
That's alright. So I went and got me a couple of magnet trays to hold the pieces as they come out. And they will. We'll get just a little bit on each of these and let them eat just a little. Oh, there's just chunks of gunk. Oh! All right. So now while this is still in here, you can at least get a good shot at it. So this is the valve spring compressor. You've got a retainer here. This is just a cap that goes over the spring. You'll see there's actually two springs here. I'm going to go ahead and let this off of here. So it's just a screw thing is all it is. And you can see how those arms dig in under the spring, and that's what you're holding on to. And you can see this one kind of looks a little like it might come out. When it does come out, it's quite alarming and can throw things. All right, so that's fully released. The spring is no longer under tension. So everything else is. So the retainer, got a cap and a spring. And these then, okay, I've not pulled the valve out. I told you I'd pull the valve out. Can I pull the valve out? The valve may be,
May need some more WD-40 and carb.
well, so it's got a lip and there's a, is there a seal there? Let's find out, is that metal or rubber? There's not a seal there, okay. But there is a lip ground on here, so what I'm gonna do is find me another small little chunk of wood and hammer of some flavor. Not the right hammer. Hopefully there's not a bunch of complaining people on the internet. But I'm going to take a block of wood so that I'm not I don't want to make metal to metal contact like I did right there. Pull this valve out. Maybe. May have to send some, I'm going to take and send it a little liquid encouragement. Brake cleaner would probably do better, but we'll take and spin that around just a little. And it's getting better. It's coming further and further and further out.
It is very visibly doing that. Although it just keeps getting stuck right after it disappears.
Yep. So, taking. We probably don't need more. I'll just keep it. I'll just spin it around a little. Not a whole lot. I'm not trying to change the... There we go. It's coming through easier now. Not easy enough.
You could maybe try spraying some on the other side of it. See if that might help.
Yeah, I did. But I'll spray some more.
Man.
Since I can get it in the hole now.
Oh, it's right back at you.
Alright now, you don't get to live in here forever. What am I feeling? What can I feel? Just a little. I know it's almost counterproductive to put a cleanser followed by penetrating oil, but
I mean, the oil is meant to help stuff move. So.
it does say. Take them.
Not saying no matter how counterproductive it is, it's useful.
I got valve guides are all right because they do pull a vacuum.
I think you may need to use something to push it.
Well,
out.
that would work if I had something
small enough
appropriate.
tool.
But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to give myself Superman hands on this valve underneath. And I'll try and show the camera a little bit what I'm
Working with.
doing. So you see the valve comes out. Make sure I'm not going to hurt nothing. The valve is coming out.
Yeah.
Now this rag is dirty, so I guess I could shake.
Yeah, your valve is dirty, so.
Yeah, it's all dirty. It's all dirty. So I'm just gonna but this electrolysis did a pretty good job. And whatever this is, it's probably not concrete. Maybe it is. I still don't know.
And I know you suggested maybe it's just bad gas that has solidified onto the heads or onto the valves. But, I mean, if it was just that, wouldn't you think the electrolysis would have killed all of it?
I mean, given a long enough time frame, sure.
As we did only give it an overnight stay.
But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Since that valve is... Yeah, I wonder what do I have that's reasonable enough?
A screwdriver?
No, you really don't want to go... I mean, metal would be the right tool if I had...
The right type of metal.
Yeah, like a machine shop. But I don't. I've got a pencil though. If a pencil will go down there.
We'll see if you can fit it down the hole.
Maybe I can get a valve and a pencil stuck in there.
Yeah. It's not locked, not small enough.
No, I think it'll go actually.
You think you just need to figure out the right method for sticking it in and pulling out at the same time?
I think first thing we'll do is I'm gonna pull the eraser part off because underneath it is a flat piece of wood. And then I'm gonna plug my bandsaw in.
Are you gonna cut it into 2 flat ends of wood?
Alright, so I'm gonna try real hard to remove this valve with a pencil.
Well.
So I'm going to hang the head off, that way the valve is... I'm going to use wood as a... Thank you, son.
There we go.
Now, that is probably my most clever use of a pencil ever. That's pretty
Based
awesome.
on what I've seen, probably.
Alright, so we'll move this head back up on here and give you a chance to fix the camera.
There we go.
Okay, so this is the valve. Which valve is this? Hold on.
It's either number 1 or the final.
This is an exhaust valve.
Okay.
So you can tell that because of the way it is. But so when the head sits on the engine like this, the intake sits up here, and so it sucks the air in, and that goes in on this side, and that runs, this runner goes to this valve, and then this is the exhaust that pushes it out right here. So lots of just build up. That's obviously not concrete, because there's no way this thing ate concrete and lived to tell about it. There's no way it ate concrete and lived to exhaust it.
Yeah.
We'll see if... we'll probably have to get some...
diesel into the mix.
Yeah, or maybe I'll do a valve electrolysis and I'll just dangle a bunch of valves. But there's our first exhaust valve. Let's take a look at the seat.
Yeah.
The seat actually looks
Not horrible.
pretty good. Let me, where'd my superhuman rag go?
Hell.
Okay, so there's a lot of buildup. See if you can zoom in.
There we go. We are angled at it now.
Okay, you zoomed in.
Yeah.
Okay. So the seat, let me try to get something I can point with. Okay, so the valve face, which is down there, is hitting there. And I mean, the seat does, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing my fingernail catches on.
And in the zoom in, it looks like a pretty clean system. Doesn't look like there's any scratches or cracks.
Let's see if, while I'm down here with a screwdriver, can I attack whatever this stuff is? Not real well, not real well. Okay. Well, that's the first one. I guess I'm going to go through now and I'm going to pop all the valve springs off all at once.
There we go.
Actually, maybe I won't, because as I say that out loud, that seems like a good way to give myself a lot of problems. Now, there are other ways to pull these valves. You can take and take a big socket and you set it on here and you just smack the daylights out of it. And that causes the spring to compress, and what you're hoping for is that in the process, those little keepers, those little two little small things, flop out. This engine is so old and so gross and so gritty and so grimy that they're stuck to the valves. And they're stuck to the retainer. I mean, I've got that spring compressed, and and I may have to go get a socket and smack this one real quick just to get it to break free of the retainer. So what's going on right now is the keepers are stuck in this hole right here, and I mean, you can even see in this one there's like rubber or something in there, so it's pretty nasty. Well, maybe I'll go through and I'll smack them all, and then I'll pull them off one by one. That's what I'll do. And then I don't wind up with a bunch of valves flopping, because if I was to go through and release all the springs, best case scenario, I wind up with 7 valves kind of flopping in and out. Yeah. Just a little bit, but just enough that they could catch, or take a valve that's just dirty and turn it into a valve that's bent. So I'm going to grab a fairly large.
Probably take one from the mayonnaise jar.
I'll take best mayonnaise ever, by the way. Get you some Dukes. Makes a great socket holder.
Yeah.
That's probably a good enough size right there.
Now to prepare your wood and your mallet.
Yeah, everything's gonna bounce because we're on the tailgate of a
Kawasaki. Yeah, so
I'm not gonna smack real hard.
Yeah, you might break the tailgate.
That probably did it. I'm gonna go through and smack these two because they probably all need it. Got lucky on that first one. Yeah, they're spreading apart.
Man, the way that the bed of the Kawasaki is shaking, it makes you look like the Hulk. Of just beating them.
Alright.
Now we'll see what you can do now that they've been smacked.
I'm not an expert, but in my experience, you always gotta hit this stuff with hammers. Oh, one of my springs bounced out.
Oh.
Of the thing, and that means I can't get my little arms in there right. But never worry, never fear. Because I don't need much. I just need enough to... Now, the reason I used a socket there, for anybody who didn't know, is so that it would go around the valve. You don't want to smack the valve like that. There we go. Look at that. See, now it's coming free of those keepers. We'll have this spring off at least in no time. Let me see if I can get these keepers with the magnet yet. Nope. Still need to do
not loose enough.
Still need to do a screwdriver.
That magnetic stick is one thing you will always need when you're working on stuff.
So, these look pretty good. When we rebuild this head, we'll probably, I don't know what we'll do actually. Oh yeah, I remember now. We discovered that there's stuff. And that valve is not even, it's stuck in its own guide, so that's great.
Well,
like it doesn't go down at all, so I'm gonna let that penetrate a little, I guess.
Well, we successfully hit the 30-minute mark.
And again, prying against the block. And not the block, but the casting. And it's still not wanting. I gotta get this off of here to even try to. Well, I guess I do. I guess I can just smack it. We'll do the chunk of wood thing. So the chunk of wood is, I get made fun of for this because I like to use a chunk of wood one of my favorite mechanicing tools.
And it has a purpose.
I'm gonna delicately, because you don't need a lot of force probably, because I don't want to smack the valve through to the bottom. Do the socket game again. Huh. That's interesting. In a not really interesting kind of way.
What have you located?
Nothing. I just don't know how to.
Oh.
These all got an arrow on them. I wonder if that arrow matters.
Probably.
Huh. Come off of there. Guess I'll just put the spring back into the air. Okay.
Would you like something to drink, Dad?
Yeah, bring me some drop.
Okay.
So it's still not coming off of there. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, there's little clips on there. Surely I didn't just drive that down through the valve guide. That's plastic. Well, I don't know how to take those off, so I'm going to continue to destroy them in the process. So, got that one. Now, let's see if I can knock that valve out. Boy, this one is stuck.
So you managed to take the spring off at the very least.
I did manage to get the spring off.
That's good.
Well, yeah,
Now you just need to manage to smack that out of there.
it's really in there too.
Oh, you can't even try and pull it?
No, I mean, I'm hammering the valve into the chunk of wood, but oh no, it comes.
Yeah, it was moving down slightly. There we go. Now you just need to manage to pry it out.
Oh wow, I knocked the whatever that is out of there. That come out. Oh wow.
Oh, that is ugly.
I'm sure I'm in frame here.
You've got to be. Yes, if you can just keep it.
Is this
in
the
room.
Wow, guys, look at that. So that's just what was sitting in that intake.
It's straight up got a whole rusty secondary.
But the valve doesn't look too bad. I mean, it definitely. So you can feel it. See, or the edge. You feel it's cupped.
Yeah.
Okay, so the valve. This valve probably gets a new. Probably get a new valve there. Let's look at the valve seat. I got it upside down. Or when I get it upside down, I should say. Wow, so there's still more of that material just built up and caked in there, so
that is not exactly what you want.
So we'll do, but it's all knocked loose, so I'm still pretty impressed with what the electrolysis has done here. The seat is, it's rounded in the same way. I guess that's good. It's rounded, convex in the same way that this valve is rounded concave. But, all right, it's one cylinder done.
Now for the next. Now you could probably time lapse the last 6 of them.
Yeah.
In the end.
Will you open that cylinder up for me, please?
Sure. There you go.
Oh, come on now. And so I figured out why they're so hard to get up once they break. Once the keepers are off, there's actually a little plastic. It's probably an O-ring. It's probably a seal is what it actually is, but it's a O-ring. This one will have one, I'm sure, that has turned to plastic basically. I need another chunk of wood.
Well, there happens to be one right at this tire.
Ah.
I happen to have nearly backed into one.
Okay. Use the screwdriver to pop our keepers free from what keeps them.
They now are just sitting there.
And then I'm going to take. You gotta kind of break it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you see that?
Yeah.
That's old O-ring material. Take and put our keepers in our keeper. If it'll come out of there. And so they make different tools. This is one of the more like hands-on, taking a while kind of valve spring compressors. They make them that are less difficult. So I'm just going to take. Whoop. Valve is in there. But it come loose. Little by little. with a nasty splinter off of that. It's taken a lot of effort to get this out of here. I don't know if that camera's picking that up, but there's a noise coming just from spinning the valve in its own guide. Little rusty. Quite a bit of rust. We're gonna have to clean those. This one is so, I don't even know what that is. Like it's see, magnetic. Nope. Well, it's not metal. Maybe it is mud. Shit, maybe it is concrete that this thing got to eat. Oh, this one moves on its own. No hammer. Look at that. No hammer. Valve's a little cupped though. Take a quick peek at the seat. Other than it got some of that, whatever that is. Seats look alright. I mean, considering how the rest of it looks, I guess I should say. Oh, is this one gonna come out with? I don't mind working it a little bit. I really don't. Especially, but if I can do it without a hammer, I get to count extra points for those. See, this one's in the middle of the head, driving it out even with a pencil. I guess I can put it down in there. And here's my... valve looks pretty normal. I'm just going to take this other one out of this cylinder and we'll look at both seats at the same time. So this one, I'm gonna bet is pretty stuck. rust. Pretty intensely cupped there. Alright guys, one more cylinder to go on this head. And this one's going to electrolysis for longer. I will not let it take, it's going to get to go for, I don't know. This one, like I said, ran for maybe maybe an hour. No, sorry. That's not true. Like, I put it in there probably 6:30, 7 o'clock last night, and took it out probably 10 o'clock this morning, so whatever that is. Alright, love it when they just free up like that. That socket smack was the trick, I think. You just gotta smack things. Oh. Man, these keepers, they love to go to those oil drain holes. Work it around a little bit, try to bust that aggravating O-ring out of there. Seems like to get it off of this O-ring, you basically compress the spring as tight as this thing will make it go, and that gives you enough play, I guess, that you can waller around and work that spring, or work that O-ring. But you got to be careful, because this thing wants nothing more than to pop off on you. I'm going to pull this other spring off. We'll work these last two valves out. And then I'll pause the video. I'll go scrub this down in the... Maybe I'll actually pause the video and I'll take this over there and I'll... scrub it down on video. It doesn't even want to move yet. That's fine. So try to tighten it up on there as best I can before I run this down. And then once it's a little tight, you can actually usually work it in there a little bit more. Rough on the hands, I'll tell you. Interesting. That second spring, that internal spring is on the, is stuck on the, that one come off nice and easy. Easy breezy, beautiful, covered in oil. But, so this, again, after coming through the electrolysis, it removed a bunch of this, and I suspect when I take it over to the diesel tank to scrub down a little, I'm gonna find that it all just comes off pretty easy. So let me try to pull. That one come out all right. Set this one here, and oh boy, this one's in there. Let's see, can we just? Seems like taps are gonna work. Well, to some degree. Get it tapped back in pretty easy. Should work some of that penetrating oil into it. Now, if they make a tool that makes working on these things easier, I'd love to know about it. All right, good. Now it can spin. That means it will come out finally. Man, this one is it's in there. I'm glad I run this through electrolysis first. That's what I can say. Because, man, that was a little rough. That was a little rough. All right, well, I'll take the camera down.
Baby got into the big pan.
Okay. I'll be there in just a second. So the camera should be picking that up. This is buildup. I don't know what it is yet, but it's built up. And I found it in two valves so far. I guess for the purposes of cleaning this, I'm just gonna knock that out of there. Looks like it was in there a while. Probably built up over time. All right, so I got that wiped down. I'm just gonna quickly hit where the valves go with this brush just to knock the solid stuff out if I can. So this one I think is gonna get another bath in the electrolysis tank. Now that it's fully apart, I can actually take and run the wire, what you connect to the positive, I don't know what you call it, cathode or anode, one of them. And I'll run that wire through these holes, and that will ensure that they get all of their nasty stuff pulled out of them. So that's all I'm really going to do to the bottom here. I'm just going to flip it over and just see what we can knock loose. I don't know how I'm going to clean it over here. I'd like to be able to rinse it, but I don't want to drag the diesel container around. And this didn't fit real well, so I'd have to abuse my container far more than I probably should, considering it's still got diesel in it, and I don't want diesel all in the floor. But it's about spent. I'll see if I can throw some video in to show what this diesel looks like. It's been cleaning an older block. I've got a mid-60s Chevy engine tore down on the shelf back here. So when this gets sprayed off, it'll look really nice, I'm hoping. Problem is, you just gotta get in here and scrape. I mean, that stuff is just caked on there. It's loose, like from the metal, but it itself is still pretty thick, and it still holds on to itself pretty well. Because the electrolysis, of course, can't eat into the grease. Now, I suppose, and this is, I guess I'll experiment. I suppose if you were to take and do heavier detergent in this water, or possibly even heat it, the electrolysis bath may actually pull the grease may actually just pull that grease right off. Well, that's come pretty clean. And again, I've done no scrubbing on this at all until what you've seen here on video. It spent its prior life living in the same place that this one did, all the way up until it got here. It spent, you know, maybe 8 to 10 hours in the electrolysis tank, which is just a battery charger and some pieces of plate steel and some washing detergent. And then, you know, that carb cleaner there, that's all I've hit it with. And the carb cleaner, I mean, I hope y'all understand, this is the money shot right here. Because it costs money to do that, that's for sure. So it's coming nice and clean. I'm impressed. I'm gonna try to get the camera pointed in the right direction. So work on this end of the head here. Not a whole lot needs to be done over here, thankfully. So we'll probably just scrub. Scrub, all of this. Scrub on this. So this isn't the best tool. Let me go see. I got something that'll at least scrub more of the material. I don't really know what it is. It come in something. I think first I'm gonna put a little PB on it. Give that grease, I guess, something to latch on to. Make that PB blaster, I guess, what's the word, a surfactant? Now this is probably going to pull the paint, is my guess. But that's just what's going to happen. All right. All right, coming pretty clean. Watch out, world. Clean heads coming up. I wonder if I bet I can use some motor tooling for this. Guys, I'm not gonna scrub that by hand. That ain't happening. I will turn it around. And I'm gonna go get there it is. Okay, this PB's been working pretty good, so I'm just gonna give it a good clean. It's probably more expensive than the carb cleaner, truth be known. And I'm gonna run at a kind of a conservative. I guess I don't have much choice. There's so much stuff in here. This may not work at all. No, that feels like a, you know what? Longer brush means a little less work. So we'll just brush clean on the ends, everything that can brush. Hand out of there. Guess I am gonna hand brush it after all, y'all. I need one with longer bristles. Get down. Scrub. Guess I'll try to get these corners. I don't really have good tooling. I'll have to make another run to Harbor Freight someday. And yeah, any rust that's on here is just coming right up as soon as the brush hits it. All right. This is, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the brush. I know it's machined, but it needs a little encouragement. But what good is encouragement if you don't blast it? Huh? Who knows? We'll never know. I'm not gonna run that clinical trial. got that surface. I'm gonna hit this one while I'm at it. This one's got some thickness right there. Tell me you leaked oil without telling me you leaked oil. Looks like it's just coming clean, y'all. Look at that. Okay, so I should have hit that with a screwdriver. Looks like there's still some chunkiness in this, I guess that'd be, I guess oil probably comes up through it, but maybe not, who knows? Y'all probably know, I don't know nothing. I mean, so from this to this, Still need to do a little work under here. Got one more face to show. That mounting surface there for the intake. Oh. And it cleaned up beautifully over here. So I'm pretty impressed with the outcome. I think it needs to make another trip through, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind using the water and the electricity. Alright, so you know what? I've not sprayed the we'll burn a little bit more money. Now these, obviously I didn't spray this. I didn't spray that or scrub, sorry, I didn't scrub this with anything yet. I will, but not yet. I think, yeah, there's still a little more cleaning that can be done to get this to a good spot. I think it's coming apart. I think it's coming together all right. We'll be able to, at some point, really take a good look at these seats. I'm sure they're not great. Figure out, I guess, wow, so, see if I can point it out on camera here. So right here is where the gasket's sat, and all of this looks like it was catching the full, catching air right there, but the gasket sat over here, so you could take and get rid of all this chunk here and really open that up. Now you'd want to be consistent and you'd want to make sure that you did it kind of on both ends and then everywhere through. And I don't know that this one hasn't seen some work. Maybe that's what that is. Maybe they actually filled that in, but I wouldn't think so. So we got a GM 6-8 or 68, I don't know what that means. And this is 3998991 or 7. I don't know what that is just yet. This is probably going to get a little bit more effort cleaning. So it's cleaning up pretty nice, I gotta say. I'm impressed. I may actually pull this one apart dirty, as much as I hate to say it, because this one wasn't really a lot of fun to get apart. But that's it. That's well, let me go get the valves. I'll go get the valves. We'll take a quick look at those. let's see what we can accomplish. Well, I think what I'm gonna do here, save myself the So they're cleaning up all right. I mean, they're not great. I mean, that's some pretty substantial rust, but I'm gonna run them through the through electrolysis, just to, yeah, for science, I guess. All right, so this is what they've cleaned up to so far. Can't read that one. Let's see if we can decipher what this says. It's got 6263778, stamped GMT. Can't read that one yet. Can't read that one. Nothing. Can't read it. Cannot read it. Maybe there's nothing on those. Let's see, is this one more legible? Numbers are goner on that one. Well, I think there we have it.